Hi everybody, thank you for coming by. How's it going everyone? I'm here to do a general reading. I was actually planning to take the whole weekend off, but sometimes that's just not an option. And there's been the solar flares, as we're all hearing about, that have really amplified and made it possible to see the aurora borealis all across the United States, and even in parts of my own country in Canada here. In Western Canada, we could actually see the northern lights quite strongly. It was pretty amazing, and the energy around that is so intense. So taking time off when you're an empath sometimes just is not an option, right? So I want to check in with everybody and see how we're doing. There's just no way that this amplified solar storm is not causing all kinds of chaos in the collective. I feel it myself very strongly, as I mentioned. Not being able to sleep is part of that deal. Heightened intuition is another one. You might be getting very lucid dreams. But there's some astrological events that are happening in conjunction with this solar storm. There hasn't been one of this magnitude, I was reading, since 2003. They call it a G5 magnitude, and that's as strong as it gets, extreme. So very interesting energy. So while the sun is throwing its particles at the earth, it's also sitting in Taurus, which is Venus energy. And along with that, I put my notes here because I tend to forget, but along with that, Venus itself is actually in Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Jupiter, the planet of growth and expansion and luck, is also in Taurus. And it's conjuncting Uranus, the planet of sudden change, also in Taurus. All of that Venus energy highly amplified and being made even all the more stronger by the aurora borealis. I can't say it, I'm just going to keep calling it the Northern Lights. Anyway, so think about all that Venus activation. And what's also interesting is I was unaware of this taking place, most of us were, until it actually happened. But in my Star Codes deck here, all through the week leading up to this, and you can check, I open most readings with the Star Codes deck, I've been getting the card for solar flare. And I'm like, what is going on? I was tying it into the eclipse energy that we had at the beginning, or I'm sorry, at the end of April. And for a reason, as it turns out, because Mars, the North Node, and Chiron are all in Aries, where that solar eclipse was. Now Aries is Mars energy, so we have Venus and Mars. Now Mars, the masculine energy, is sitting in Chiron, which is the deepest unhealed wound. The North Node, which is our future and our destined calling, and Mars itself. So we have Venus, which rules Taurus, sitting in Taurus. We have Mars, which rules Aries, sitting in Aries. We have Jupiter, which rules Pisces, the planet of dreams, is also in Pisces. And if that's not enough, you guys, the moon, well, she sits in Cancer. Cancer's ruling planet, actually a star, but Cancer's ruler. It's very, very emotional, very deep, and very intense energy. And it's focused quite strongly on the soulmate activation energy, in my opinion. As an astrologer, anytime I'm going to see that kind of Venus and Mars action taking place, especially when Chiron in the North Node is involved, I'm going to start going into that area. It just makes perfect sense. Now, whether that balance of Venus and Mars exists in us internally right now, and that's what we're balancing, or in our external relationships, I would say both. However that plays out in your life. But the storm, the solar storm that is happening, I can't see as any other way as activation energy. And it is very potent. You can probably tell by how hyper I'm speaking and my energy. Anyways, let's do a collective reading having said all of that. It'll be for anybody, any sign, of course. If you resonate, you'll know. You don't have to resonate with the entire reading to find some relevance in the message. Just use your discernment and your intuition. It may or may not be a love reading, but I am channeling the energy, and it tends to be when I'm behind the table here. So let's get into it. I'm going to start off with the star codes. I'm just going to freeform this one, you guys, because it is very guided and in response to the current energies. So we'll freeform and see where we go. Hope everybody's having a happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day, no matter your situation. All right. From the star codes, let's see the overall energy influencing the collective. Oh, all right, it wanted to speak. Like my hands are shaky. That's how strong the energy is. Okay, what do we have? We have the retrograde, the review. Well, Pluto is in retrograde, in addition to everything I mentioned. And that is also a very interesting happening. That's the planet of the past, our shadow, what lies beneath, and our karma. During this retrograde, you could be looking back to things that have happened in your life. You know, with Chiron sitting in Aries the way it is and all the other stuff I mentioned, activating that unseen, unhealed wound could be part of the process right now, with a good reason. Thank goodness the moon is in Cancer and Neptune's in Pisces. All of that nurturing, watery energy is there. There is a good reason, because Jupiter and Uranus sitting in conjunction in Taurus, like I said, your love life is not just about romantic love. Your love life is on the expansion and it's being hit with luck. It's very potent. Look at that. We have the moon. We had a full moon in Scorpio, which I feel got a bit overshadowed, no pun intended, by that solar eclipse that happened. But with the moon in Cancer right now, it points to that depth of emotional experience right now. Very sensitive. So intuition as well, because we are dealing with the moon. So your intuition, your dreams, your inner self could be going through this process of review and retrograde. Oh yeah, look at that. Scorpio's house, the 8th house, the house of the unseen, the hidden, the psyche, the unknown, and the occult. More water energy, very deep. The 4th house, Cancer rules the 4th house. It's the house of the home, the house of the mother, the house of stability and nurture. So wounds could be surfacing due to that. Stuff from your past, mother energy. I'll go as deep as we need to. It's up to you if you want to come along for the ride, you guys. We have Chiron. Isn't that interesting? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it's not. It's Mercury. Messages. Communication. I was looking at the image in the camera. I should have checked the card. Mercury anyways. Messages, communication, dialogues. Gemini rules Mercury, and we have it here with the moon. So something from the past could be getting cleared up. There could be communications around a lot of this, or it could be happening inside you. With the moon and the retrograde and the 8th house involved, it definitely could be an internal process. Okay. Look at that. Beautiful. There's the sun. Sun showers. Illumination, you know? Oh, and we have Taurus. You can't make it up. Venus. Okay. Let's get a couple or one from the wisdom of the oracle. The divine why. Look at this curious little monkey. You could be asking yourself why certain things in your life have gone the way they have, why you feel the way you do, why you are where you are, what this all spiritually means for you. With Mercury in the 8th house, you're diving deep here. You're asking the big questions. And the energy is incredibly ripe for that as well. He's looking into the book of life, seeking enlightenment. We saw the sun. Okay. Milk and honey. Milk and honey for me always means over and above. It's all the good stuff. Now, it could be a kind of a temptation energy as well, but it's the sweet stuff in life. Okay. The rainbow. I'm really drawn to the rainbow because it's kind of the colors of the Northern Lights. Okay. And one from the Sacred Rebels, and then we'll get into the reading. What is, oh, you were very decisive. Faith in the process, in the unfolding. It's that internal knowing. And it isn't necessarily not about being so in your mind and seeking the whys, the answers. With Cancer and Scorpio and the moon involved, a lot of this has to do with just going with how you feel, following your heart, your intuition. In fact, it's pretty vital right now. Having faith in the process is knowing that all of this is leading to somewhere very important. And I mentioned that with the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. That's the reason. So trust. There's milk and honey involved. And you can't get to your wish if you're carrying around all the weight from the past, right? All right, let's get into the reading. Good tarot. Let me take a look at you. We're going to look at this, but I'm going to put it back. Five of Cups, Scorpio energy. The Five of Cups is looking back over your past. Why did this happen? Why did I lose what I lose? Why can't I feel that way again? What happened? The review and the why. It's a longing energy. You know, the Five of Cups, if you're familiar with Scorpio energy at all, it's kind of a permanent position, because Scorpio being very deep emotionally and also fixed water, once that entryway into the heart has been made, it never actually goes anywhere. Physical separation if necessary, but that emotional shadows is always there. Let's get one. Let's see you right now. Well, that is nice to see. The Four of Fire, Leo energy, fire. It's that illumination. And this is about getting what you want. It's about your vision coming through. It's about stability, the home. We have the house of the home right there. Oh, amazing. The Three of Fire, my wish casting card. This is about achieving what you want. Casting that vision out towards a brighter future. Lots of fire energy there. So what's being activated? This is interesting. Lately I've been calling this my summer patio party. You know, like late in the evening on a summer night. Look at that fairy playing the flute. And the patio lights and everything. It's got that vibe to me. And that's what you're looking at. That's the milk and the honey. We'll clarify. Okay. See your heart. How do you feel right now? Because that's what's on your mind. Oh, wow, my gosh. The Eight of Fire, that's the solar energy. That's the solar storm. This amount of fiery passion and movement and inspiration all coming at you. Fast, strong. And that's in the heart space. So there's something here that's setting your vision for your future on fire. You definitely know what you want. And your heart is full on Eight of Wands. That's also messages. So whatever kind of communication is taking place here is opening your heart in a very big way. It's pretty hard to resist that energy of the solar storm. All right. Let me see your actions. The King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Strictly speaking, Taurus energy, all of the kings are the fixed signs. Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo. But still, it's more about the mastery of the suit. The King of Pentacles is on top of his game, stable, reliable. And that's the other side of Taurus, very committed, able to do the hard work that's required. Okay? I always say about Taurus, it's Earth Venus, so it's not just about the energy of love and beauty and harmony. Sometimes with Libra, that which is Air Venus, that can be the case. It is beauty for the sake of beauty, love for the sake of love. With Taurus energy, it's what can be built from that. And one step below, Emperor energy. Okay. Let's see the surrounding energies. So this looks like you're becoming more committed to some kind of future. Oh, interesting. The Hierophant flipped over just as I was saying that. Taurus's major arcana, some kind of commitment. And this could be on a very spiritual level. Well, definitely. The Hierophant is the Pope of the Tarot. This has to do with knowing what you believe in, what you want, where your values lay, and what you feel is worth being committed to. in the surrounding energies is the energy of commitment. Now, this could be you heading towards that with this King of Pentacles energy, invested, wanting to build. It could be somebody around you in that energy as well, but I'm really tying it strong into this King of Pentacles. Let's see the challenge for you. The Six of Swords, air energy, Aquarius. The Six of Swords is about dropping the inner conflict. It's about letting your mind, this why the past, why all this, it's moving on from that. It's having the wisdom, swords are our thoughts, it's our learning. It's having the wisdom to take what you've learned and move forward. You can see how that boat is setting sail towards a much brighter future. Okay, potential outcome. But swords are words, and it's coming in here with Mercury as well. So there could be some kind of communication involved in this. The Knight of Cups, sweet water energy. And the Knight of Cups is very romantic, especially here in the Beautiful Good Tarot. Look at that little seahorse coming in, whispering truths. Seahorses, by the way, do mate for life. But also, this is that message coming in. It's interesting how the Six of Swords is sailing right towards that Knight of Cups. Could be an offer, it could be an apology, a confession, but it definitely is communication, and it's emotional. It's sweet. You could be dealing here with somebody who's quite a romantic, maybe a poet, artist. I always see the messenger of water that way. And in addition to being water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, it is Libra energy for me because Venus. We have the Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This is the notion, the idea, and this is the action. And underneath of that is the Ten of Pentacles. Remember I said this king, that's what the king builds. They don't invest time, energy, money, emotion, anything into something that's not going to become the Ten of Pentacles. That's what I was saying about Taurus, and then we have the Hierophant here. Underneath of that is the sun again, the solar storm. Whether this is you or somebody coming in towards you, remember what I said, it can go either way. Let's clarify. Okay. Ooh, it's warm in here today, you guys. I feel like I'm sitting in a greenhouse, but if I open the windows, it's so loud. Okay. And anyway, it kind of suits the sun shower. 3 of fire, 4 of fire. Let's see why you in that energy. What's the vision here? The 7 of Cups. We were talking about Neptune. Now, technically Scorpio energy again, but the 7 of Cups is more like Neptune, Pisces. That's the dream. That's the vision. That's what you're imagining. Wish casting exactly. See? You could be wish casting right from the dream space with the moon in the 8th house involved. You could have strong 8th house placement, somebody around you, or very strong Scorpio energy coming through, all the water signs. But yeah, you're wish casting, and this is what you want. The 4 of Wands, the home. 8 of fire in the heart. I don't think I need, I might go back to that 7. The Hermit, Virgo's major arcana. The Hermit is about that wisdom I spoke of. It's about knowing what is worth this commitment to you and where your soul path is leading you. The wise old hermit goes within, especially in a process like this, because all of this fire, the 8 of Wands coming at you like that, straight in the heart. Those are Cupid's arrows. This kind of soul searching is often an accompaniment. So you could be processing through that in your heart. Like I said, finding where this milk and honey energy is in you. Is it for you? The Hermit. Virgo is very nurturing energy as well. It rules the 6th house, so it has that similar component to Taurus. What can be sustained? What's good for me? what can be built and maintained. The Hermit. As if we needed more, we get the Ace of Wands. That's the Roman candle. And that's what sends all of this energy flying in the heart. The Ace of Wands is inspiration, it's passion, it's an awakening. And here in Hermit mode in the heart, that's what set it on fire. And you are soul searching that. Milk and honey. It's like the Hermit is feeling this one ace as the 8. Boom. King of Earth. In the actions you plan to take. Why is the King of Earth here? The King of Earth builds this patio, right? Builds this dream. We saw the 10 of Pentacles. We have the Empress. Divine feminine energy. Interesting. Remember I mentioned that that's one step below Emperor energy? See, the sequence in tarot goes from the King of Wands to, how does it go? Wands, Swords, Water, and then Earth, and then the Emperor, in terms of the integration of all 4 kings. And here is the integration of all 4 queens. Wife energy, mother energy, the 4th house. Divine feminine. And then we have the Hierophant involved in that. So it's commitment. The Hermit with the King of Pentacles is divine masculine energy. That's Mars doing its job right now with Chiron. Remember I mentioned? Where's my cheat sheet? Chiron, Mars, and the North Node, the destined path. All in Aries. The Emperor is Aries energy. Right here we have Taurus and Libra. Why is the Empress here in the actions? The Empress is also capable of building this vision. I mean, yeah, look at that, the star. My gosh. Aquarius is major arcana. The star is the hope. That's the vision. It's the wish. Now, right now, Pluto still sits in Aquarius, but it's retrograding back into Capricorn. It'll sit there for a couple of months and then finally move into Aquarius. That's the change. That's Uranus energy. And look at the blessing here. Remember I said the activation? King of Pentacles and the Empress and the Star. Big time wish come true. Big time soulmate energy. Especially with the 8 of Wands in the heart. Milk and honey is what I was saying when Jupiter and Uranus come into conjunction in a sign like Taurus. Here comes the milk and honey. Let's see the Hierophant. We got 2 at once. The 2 of Pentacles, more earth energy, and what is it? Sorry, the lighting is a bit. The 10 of Cups, seriously? We have the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. And that's interesting to me because this Knight is bringing in the first cup that builds this. If the 10 of Pentacles has to do with longevity, investment, wise decisions, commitment, building, and all of that kind of stuff, then the 10 of Cups does too, but on a different level. It's more emotional. It has to do with happiness and joy and that internal space. We have 10 of Pentacles, the masculine energy, right? All of the earth-based things fall into the purview of the divine masculine. Divine feminine energy is the more they tapping into the intuition, the unseen, the emotions. Both of those together builds the Hierophant. Now with the 2 of Pentacles, there could be some kind of incorporation of the emotional energy into a situation. You know, it could be very 3D focused, earth focused. That could be part of it. It could be that there's somebody around you sitting in the energy of this 10 of Cups, sort of biding time, playing with the energies until the arrival, which we see at the end, because they're waiting for the 10 of Cups. And there's the first cup. What fell out? The Three of Wands, again, you guys, stayed down, the vision, wish casting, especially with the star. Can I see the Six of Swords, please, in the challenge? I'll take that. Came out upright, the Queen of Fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And I'm tying this into what's happening right now. Very fiery, very, very passionate. Look at all of the wands. You could be dealing with a fire sign. You could have that strongly in your chart. It's about personal confidence. It is about worthiness. I see the King of Swords down here. More air energy. And this is the decision maker. The King of Swords is also the communicator with messages here, speaking things clearly, making a decision to move forward. Queen of Wands. The Three of Swords. There's Chiron. And there is the home. And there's the past. We have Pluto in retrograde. We have the retrograde card here with the Y. This Queen of Fire energy could be about having the confidence to move forward despite the heartbreak, despite what you've learned. That's what the Six of Swords means to me too. It is about allowing those lessons from the past to build you into more confidence, more self-assurance, because you have learned, you have survived, and it's what shapes us. Confidence only comes from hardship. Let's get one more on that Three of Swords. More mental energy as well. Could be a lot of anxiety around this. Let's get one more on the Three of Swords. We saw that King of Swords in the challenge. Oh, look at this. The King of Cups. Water energy, Scorpio. Remember I said the kings are all the fixed signs, but it could be Pisces and Cancer as well. Now this heartbreak from the past could have, that's deep. Between this Queen of Wands, King of Cups, somebody could have kept their emotions hidden from you. You could be hiding your emotions from somebody. Because, remember what I said about Scorpio, once you get into the heart, there isn't really a way out, even if you can move forward physically. So if this Three of Swords is attached here to yourself as the King of Cups energy, this is moving forward despite that. Because it's learning that, you know, again, that's what shapes us. If we don't go through the Swords energy, the learning, the experiencing, the engaging, then we don't grow, we don't learn, and we never step into our own power. Let's see the Knight of Cups. I knew it, the Nine of Swords. See, the reason I knew it is because we have 3 swords and 6 swords in the challenge. Moving on, making the offer, despite this Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is more air energy. We saw that King of Swords. This is trying to understand things. Remember at the beginning I was like, it's not about thinking. We have swords versus water in the opening cards here. It's not about thinking. It's about feeling. King of Cups is buried under the Three of Swords. And this is a lot of trying to get ahead of the story. There's a lot of anxiety, a lot of overthinking. There could be some anticipation as well. Sometimes the Nine of Swords is anticipation to me. Oh my God. Six of Cups, Scorpio energy. We had that Five of Cups, remember it flashed out and I put it back? The Six of Cups can mean so many things. The emotional process of Scorpio energy, like I said, is incredibly deep. Now, this could be somebody from your past. But usually with the Six of Cups, it's a restoration of innocence. And it's interesting when it comes out with the Nine of Swords, because another thing I always say is it's the belief in love before you ever knew the three. The pain existed. Believing in love despite what you know. That's what this means. It's almost like a rewriting of the past. Let me see that Six of Cups. Soulmate, oh yeah, soulmate energy, no kidding, with the Lovers. Gemini's major arcana. The Lovers is a very deep heart activation. We see that here. Never do I do a reading. Well, we haven't seen the Fool yet, which usually comes out along with this, but never do I do a reading where I get the Lovers and the Ace of Wands isn't there too. Because when you encounter connections that deep, it definitely fires your heart up. It's like a Kundalini rising. It's like I said, boom. A bolt of lightning. And with the Lovers, it's about the need to make a decision. Most often about your own duality, your past versus what's possible. It's Gemini, so it's about the twins, right? That's why people call it twin flame energy. Now, I'm not a twin flame reader, you guys, so whatever your story is around that, but we have the Four of Wands and the Lovers. Very strong. And the Hierophant. Let me see the Lovers. The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. I like that because sometimes the Knight of Cups, for me, like I said, can be a little too romantic. There are times I call it my Romeo card. And unless it's backed by something else, which we see, here he is, the Knight of Pentacles, serious intent. Now we have the beginnings of that Ten of Pentacles we saw coming in. The beginnings of that Ten of Cups we saw coming in. Knights are action takers. They're communicators. They take the energy and put it into reality. The beginning of both of those, that possibility. The possibility. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. Tons of earth energy coming through. The Ace of Pentacles is an energetic offer in the universe. And it's saying here, in the energy in this dynamic, if you grab hold of this seed of possibility and plant it, it can become the Ten of Pentacles, and that's what this Knight is doing. We didn't see the Ace of Cups, did we? No, we see the Page of Swords. Okay. The Page of Swords is about wanting more information. It's my watch, wait, and listen card. Investigating the possibility. We have the Hermit on board. We saw the King of Swords. So that could be what you're doing right now. Paying close attention. Learning something new. Let's get one more. Six of Swords. Learning something new. You're tired of that. Whatever it is inside of you. Now that has something to do with your past. Five of Swords can be a lot of sharp words even spoken against yourself. Reminders of the past. Telling yourself, Three of Swords is always going to be my story. And with the star involved, what it's saying is no. You have what you need to know. You've learned what you need to learn. And when Lovers connections, again, come across our path, we're faced with a choice. Six of Cups, do we want to believe or not? Do we want to let our past story, the retrograde, the review, the why, the Three of Swords, do we want to let our past story be what dictates our outcome? Or turn it into growth and strength and move towards something incredibly beautiful? Yeah, the Eight of Wands is there, you guys. Incredibly beautiful. Very fiery. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Let's pull out this Empress and the Knight of Pentacles for a minute. Can I see more information on the Empress, please? Divine Feminine energy, the Nine of Wands, and the Knight of Swords, communication, movement, action. So you do want to move towards this person in a fast hurry with clarity, a lot to say. That Eight of Wands in your heart. That's your plan. And it has something to do with this wish. this wish casting, this star energy. We see the moon again. We're heading towards a full moon in Sagittarius at the end of May. That energy could be starting to activate as well. But we had the lunar eclipse in Libra. Then we had the solar new moon eclipse in Aries. Then we had a moon in Scorpio. The moon has been all over the readings lately. And it has a lot to do, like I said, with what lies within your inner landscape, your intuition. It's not about the thinking. All right, let's get some oracles on this. Let's do this deck. Put you here. Put you here. Let's close this with a couple of oracles. Remember, you guys, just get in where you fit in and take what resonates. It is a general reading. Community. The Ten of Pentacles. The Four of Wands. Home. Could be about building a new community together. Angel of Balance. That has a Libra component for me as well. And the door to personal healing and happiness. That's what I'm saying with that star energy and out of the Three of Swords. The door to personal healing and happiness, building that balanced home, that stable place, the community that you can devote yourself to with the Hierophant. Let's get one more. It's about being true to yourself, as always. The Angel of Love and Victory. Angel of Balance, Angel of Love is making me think of the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups as well. And victory, of course, is the achievement. Look, it's in the subconscious. The broken heart. The Three of Swords. But I see you moving on from that. Yeah, because basically Three of Swords here, Three of Swords in the challenge, Six of Swords. We've seen that twice. Transmuting pain into learning, into growth, and into opportunity. Okay, let's go. What am I feeling? I don't want a romance angel, but I do want a love deck. Let's go to the true love reading cards. Commitment. Look at the swans. It's very, look, and the full moon energy as well. More strong moon energy. Let's get you one more. We have sexuality. Queen of Wands is in the challenge. And the distorted feminine. Now, the distorted feminine's been coming up a lot in readings as well. And it could be because of what I'm talking about, that healing that's happening between Mars and Venus in astrology right now. Distorted feminine can be fear. It can be an inability to trust or receive. It can be using things like feminine wiles to get what you want. Three of Swords causing the pain of that in the past. You know, sometimes the Queen of Wands can be a little bit too reliant on admiration from the outside world. And sexuality, certainly for a Queen of Wands out of balance, can be, that's how the Three of Swords happens. So that whether you were dealing in the past with somebody in this distorted feminine Queen of Wands energy, you could have been manipulated, Three of Swords, by this energy around you, within you. Either way it sits. There's a lesson around that for you for sure. Okay, let's do romance angel because they tend to not be so heavy, and definitely this is a heavy reading. Can we get a romance angel? Flirt, extend your light-hearted energies to others, coming out of the pain. Let's get one more. And codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. That's the cycle. But it looks like it's definitely coming to an end. The distorted feminine and sexuality can be, like I said, part of what you had in your past with that Three of Swords. from codependency to extend your lighthearted energy. There's definitely a lot of healing taking place right now for you. All right, let's close it off with a couple of cards from the True Love Reading Oracle. These can come out as advice, which I'm not an advice giver when it comes to tarot at all. You each have your own stories, so take these as it resonates. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Absolutely, it's heading there. It's heading there. But with the Hermit and the Eight of Wands still in your heart, it's like I said, you're processing it. But the desire to rush is there. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. All of that Scorpio energy. We have Pisces and Cancer on board too. Definitely as deep as the ocean. We saw the King of Swords in challenge. There could be not much communication right now with the 8th house, but we do have messages. Knight of Swords was in where the action you plan to take, but then we have the 2 Knights over here, Cups and Pentacles. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. That's a big of what this reading is about. For the heart is the gateway to your soul. Let's get you one more. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go, and all will work out. Let go of the past. And that includes the pain. And that's what this opportunity is about. There's massive blessings coming in with all of this energy present. But it does require that you have done your work and made the space to receive. That's what Pluto's all about too. All right, my friends, I hope this resonated with some of you. It's a beautiful reading. I truly hope it helped. I'll see you guys soon. Namaste, my friends. Bye.